everybody. Welcome back to the Lake of the Woods channel, wherever you are watching on the internet, on the interwebs. I am here with the two stars of the show. This is...
I'm Mallory Wilkinson. I play Morticia Addams.
I'm Jeff Kyer, and I play Gomez.
And as you've seen through these interviews, you've seen a bunch of different facts about the show. You've seen a bunch of different wacky facts about all of our cast members, some of our creative team, and we wanted to get the stars of the show. So, let's do it. We've got Dave at the door. So, number one, what drew you to the show? And Jeff, why don't you answer?
So, I think mainly, who doesn't love the Addams Family, right? So, Dan and Michelle had told me 2 years ago that they were going to do the show, and I said, well, let me check it out. It's freaking hilarious. The funniest show I've ever seen in my life. And I love the Addams Family. I always have since I was a kid. So, all those things kind of came together. The music is modern and current, and so I loved everything about the show. I love the dark humor and the world that you can get lost in, for sure.
And I mean, something to really highlight about this show, I think, is the fact that it's a contemporary score of a very classic tale.
Yeah.
So you've got
for sure
the two contrasting sides, and they work really well. Second question, what is your favorite musical number and why? And Mallory's going to answer.
Yeah, so good segue there, right? I think one of my favorites is Waiting. It's Alice sings it in the show, and I just think a lot of people, specifically women, moms, can kind of relate to some of the stuff she talks about.
I can't.
And Cindy Palmer's amazing, and she definitely does a great job with that, and I think the audience is going to absolutely love it.
100%.
Yeah.
And there'll be one thing to say about the show in general is that there'll be laughs, there'll be cries, there's heartfelt moments everywhere. All around great show. Number three, how have you both prepared for your roles as the leads in the show?
Go ahead.
I'll go first. A lot of working at home in the mirror with my accent, for sure, and just trying to get the mannerisms down, the facial expressions. And I think to talk collectively, there was a phase for Mallory and I to get comfortable with each other enough to play these parts and to be able to dance. Neither one of us are strong dancers, so we've kind of been taking that journey together, and I feel like we've been able to loosen up enough to really fall into the characters.
Absolutely,
So.
and I absolutely agree with that. For me, learning to be Morticia, now that was hard for me because I'm a generally bubbly, laughing, smiling, carefree, kind of positive person, and as we know, Morticia has a totally different demeanor about her, so it's about trying to be her, and I really enjoyed that too, because there is some parts of her that I am a strong woman. I do have some strong parts of me, and so I was able to kind of channel some of that too, so it was a lot of fun. And yes, learning to be a little bit vulnerable and open up in scenes like the tango and stuff like that, we had to kind of get there together, and I'm really glad for that experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue into asking Jeff, what are you most like in your character?
Everything. I legitimately am Gomez in real life. He's extra over the top. He's a dad. His kids are growing up. His daughter's a teenager. I'm going through all of those things. Yes, I have a teenager, actually multiple, but just kind of being able to fall into that was very natural for me. And so, yeah, I just really feel like Gomez is me. I have to take it up a little further than I normally would, but for the most part, there's so many similarities to him and I, and being a father, and having issues with your wife you're trying to work through, and you'll see all that in the storyline, but just felt super comfortable in the role.
And I think, for me to butt in again, they're both very in tune with their characters, and you'll see when you come and see the show, because you're coming to see the show, that all the hard work that they put into it, even though they kind of, like with Jeff, you kind of naturally fell into the role, it was just a very easy, I think, an easy thing for you guys to get into character. And especially because it's your first lead in a show, I wanted to highlight that.
And she's phenomenal.
Doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
I think it's been awesome as a fellow actor and co-star in this show to see you guys really sprout into what is now Gomez and Morticia.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5, both of you can answer this. Why should people come and see the show? Why should people come and see the Addams Family?
It's hilarious. I didn't quite know what to expect before really diving into the audition part of this, but once I started doing some research on the show, it's so funny. So if you want to laugh, fun for the whole family, that's why you should come see it, because it's funny.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of similar responses as we've done the interview, so I'm going to take a different tact and talk about, it's been a long time since we've had live theater. So just in general, having the opportunity to come watch live theater, to be lost in a world for an hour and a half and just forget about your troubles and enjoy live theater. If anything else, just come out because you want to come out and have a good night.
Yeah.
But in addition, the show's hilarious, awesome music, all of the above.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata. Perfect. Okay, last question, and I want it to be kind of a little rapid fire, but you can explain a little bit too. Tell us a weird and or wacky fact about you.
I'll go first.
Okay.
My grandmother's name is Carolyn Jones. And for those of you that don't know, she was the Morticia from the sitcom version from back in the day. So I just thought that was kind of a quirky little fact. Fun fact.
Love it, love it. So mine is more geared towards the show, but I sometimes accidentally randomly break out in my Gomez accent. I was at a work thing last week and I kind of accidentally said a couple things in my Gomez accent. So I'm really taking on this character, I tell you.
That's commitment, folks. So, first of all, thank you for being with me for this little interview. Y'all out there, as you see, these guys are fully committed to this show. You can't even imagine how good they are in it. And come out and see us. Come out and see us. Bring the whole family. Like we said already, it's family friendly. If you want tickets and or more information, go to www.lowplayers.org and you'll find all the info there. Please just come and see us. It's a fun time. And yeah.
Hope to see you there.
Bye.